babes, welcome back to Coffee Over Apples. My name's Steph. This specific video is probably more for me than it is for anybody else, but if you find this kind of information interesting, please let me know in the comments if you are a booktuber or if you are considering becoming a booktuber and you're kind of like, once you get monetized, what does it take to maintain your channel? I'm trying to give myself a way of wrapping my head around like what I do every week, and I thought other people might find this interesting. So you're gonna follow me for the week from Sunday to Sunday with how many hours a week do I dedicate to maintaining a monetized book reviewing platform, and what that entails, and then how much money I made this week. I will give you some context. So I was monetized about a month ago, so I'm very recently monetized. I will walk you through my monthly stats. It usually takes a couple days for that information to upload, so you will get a final number at the end of the video of how much money I made and roughly how much I make off of each thing that I post, which you're gonna see. It's in the pennies, y'all. So most of what I do here is not because I'm actually making a living off of this, even though one day that would be amazing, but like right now that is not the case. So let me give you a little behind the scenes of what that's like. Okay, I don't know how well this is going to show up on camera, but here's some behind the scenes of my channel dashboard. So I have a couple things that I need to maintain every month. The most important one being watch hours, because you need a certain amount of watch hours every year in order to stay monetized. So I need to try to keep it as close to 400 hours per month as possible in order to stay monetized. So let's go to what's currently going on. So I have this video that I recently edited. I still need to make a thumbnail for it, and I need to set up. So it's currently set as a draft. I haven't even scheduled it to post yet, but we're gonna start setting up our live stream. So I have 3 live streams today, all of which I need to do the SEO for. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to click on one, okay, and then what happens is I have to fill in all this information. So all the information that you see in the description has to go there, hashtags. I have to check off all the information about like product placement, if there is any, is it like what's the age content, monetization requirements, like for video appropriateness, add tags, blah, 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 blah. So I'm gonna do that now, and I will tell you about how long that takes. So as far as like time management goes, I do have a full-time job. I actually work about 50 hours a week. On top of that, I have, you know, familial obligations, run my household, spend time with my partner, blah, blah, blah. I'm also an artist, so I have some applications that I need to work on for that. So that's like its own other job. And I am getting ready for my summer job that is coming up. So basically like I'm working 3 or 4 jobs essentially, and I'm now starting to count running my book platform as a monetization of my hobby, as like a job. However, the fun thing about this is that I post what I want when I want. So everything that I do, I don't feel necessarily obligated to do them in a certain particular way. This is just what works for me. If it works differently for you, amazing. Please let me know if you have any advice on anything that you see in this video, or if you just run your platform differently. That would be great. Okay. So what is going on today? As we go through this, I'm going to put a timer up above so that you can see how much time I have dedicated at each point this week, how many hours I've spent on this job. And so, okay, it is Sunday, June 1st. It is the first day of Pride. I have 2 book reviews I'm doing today for the Annotation Station, which is a book club that I run, members only. So if you would like to become a member and get access to our Discord, become a channel member at any level. We have our May picks that we're reviewing at 11 a.m. Then we are going to have our reading sprint. So every Sunday I do reading sprints. It's just a fun way of like hanging out with friends and also making sure that I get stuff done. So it's like both fun time with friends and accountability. What I've done today, what I've done this morning is, it's been about a month since I read both of these books. So I am taking extensive notes for that. I've been listening to some like quotations from the books and author talks and whatever to just like refresh my mind on what I did. I did read it as a ebook. So I would say I've spent about an hour in total so far today just taking notes and also getting myself cute and presentable for today. So we're at an hour so far, and I know it's going to be at least 2 more hours from the book streams, and then we usually go for like between 4 to 7 hours for the other stuff. So I've got a full day today of fun things. But right now, what I need to do right now, I have 1 hour until the first live stream. So what I need to do is prepare my description. So let's do that. That took me another about 40 minutes, so I think I'm at about an hour 40 for today. The live stream is gonna start in like 20 minutes, so I always jump on a little bit early just to like get thoughts together, say hi to whoever's in the stream, whatever. So, but I am gonna take like 10 minutes to decompress real quick away from the screen, get my glasses. I need my blue light glasses because I'm gonna be on screen all day today, so I need to protect my little eyeballs. Oh, by the way, what do I have going on this week? I usually try to post like at least one video a week aside from the live streams. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna edit that. I have a book event on Wednesday that I'm going to an author talk, and also I read every day. Now, the reading every day is like mostly for joy, but also I have a couple deadlines to meet. This week I'm focusing on reading 2 books. One is Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil, which I'm also doing a vlog for, and that comes out in like 2 weeks, but I'm halfway through that. So my goal is to finish that because I have another arc that I need to get to of a far better thing. That comes out on the 10th, and I need to finish that. I haven't started it yet. So I'm hoping to at least finish 1.5 books this week on top of everything else to make sure that I am up to date with my arc reviews. Okay, so what did I just do? I finished editing the SEO for the 2 videos for today. The 3rd video is going to be on my bestie Natalie's channel over at Pastel Writer, link below. So I don't have to do that one. So I did that, and then I had to do the promotions. It is now 8 p.m. and I'm getting ready for bed. I'm an eepy noodle. I think I'm just going to read my books until I fall asleep. So I've decided that I'm not going to count time that I read books for this, because like if it's usually right in the morning with my coffee or before bed, I would be reading anyway, so I'm not going to count that in the time for this. I'm just going to do like time spent towards actual like channel content and management and like anything else to do, or events, anything else to do with that. Live streams was great. I think we went 5 hours on the live stream because we started at 1 and then we ended at 6. So it's 5 hours of live stream, and then it was an hour 40 for this morning for like editing, promotional stuff. And then it was 2 hours of book club reviews. And I'm at 8 hours and 40 minutes. I had a great time. I love the Chaos Crew. I love our Sunday sprints. Yeah, so I think I'm ready to just decompress. During the sprints, by the way, I recorded, edited, and posted a TikTok. See you tomorrow. Okay, it is about to be 6 in the morning. It is Wednesday. Monday, I did not do anything as far as like booktube content or whatever because I was exhausted after work. I literally slept like 10 hours. Yesterday was Tuesday. I woke up early and I did about 45 minutes of like editing before work, and then after work I did some like book review stuff, so I'll show you that now. Okay, so on NetGalley I was updating like what books I needed to download or just like prepare notes on when I need to read them. So these are all the books that I currently have on my NetGalley shelf. I was submitting feedback in the form of like book reviews and making sure that I also posted them to Goodreads. So I wrote my Goodreads review. In total, I think writing the review and like doing the SEO, whatever, and then also putting it onto NetGalley probably took me about an hour. I did a post about it for Instagram, so I had to do the photo editing for the post. I also, what I do when I do book reviews on Instagram is I literally just kind of take parts of my longer book reviews from Goodreads and just copy and paste and like edit a little bit for promotional reasons, just like things that I want to really highlight. on the social media aspect. So, and make sure I tag the publishers and all that. So I did that. That probably took me about another hour or so, maybe 45 minutes. I'm gonna say 45 minutes. So in total yesterday, I did 45 minutes plus 45 is like an hour and a half, and then plus another hour from like editing stuff. So I spent about 2.5 hours yesterday. And then this morning I was doing editing for my thumbnail for the next video that I want to go up. I think I'm gonna put it up this week. I'm still working on this editing. I don't think I'm gonna be able to finish editing it right now. But in total, I would say this took me about maybe 30 minutes. So whatever my total score is right now is gonna be up there. And it's Wednesday. And then today I have a book event that I'm going to for Caro Roberti's for our like June pick. So I'm getting all these signed for me and my bestie Natalie. So I'm getting these books signed plus getting their new book. And so I'm gonna be going into New York City for that. And that's gonna take, the event itself is gonna be like an hour and a half. And then I might do a little bit of book shopping and like film some content in the bookstore. We'll see where it goes. So I'm expecting to get at least 2 to 3 more hours of content later today. But I guess I'll update you later on how long exactly that takes. Hello, it is Friday. Yesterday was Thursday and I didn't really do much as far as channel stuff is concerned because I was literally exhausted after I got home from a 12-hour workday. I slept. I stared at my ceiling and I disassociated. So nothing got done. But today I filmed some TikToks and like shorts, like reels, whatever. So I would say I spent like 25 minutes recording because it took me a couple takes to get it exactly the way that I wanted it to. I fixed the lighting, whatever. And then I would say for each video, I probably spent like maybe 15 minutes each editing them. So 40, and then another 30, and then also like doing some SEO stuff for a video that posted today. That itself probably took me like 15 more minutes. Checking comments, responding to comments, responding to emails, like bookish emails, publisher things, collabs, whatever. I would say I probably spent maybe like 20 minutes answering emails today, not a lot. Oh, and I had to spend some time clearing up space on my phone because after I transfer files, I have to make space on my phone in order for me to record more content like this. So I would say I probably spent like 30 minutes just making space on my phone to be able to make more content and like organizing files on my phone according to like YouTube to TikTok, to Instagram, whatever the case may be. That's how much time I've spent today. And then tomorrow morning, I plan on doing some more editing. So overall for this week, this is where I'm at. Hello, it's a while later. It has been long enough for me to be able to show you accurate stats from my analytics screen about how much money I made for the week of this vlog. So in between the last clip to the end of the week, which was Saturday, I ended up posting 2 more TikToks and edited them in order to post them across all platforms, so TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube Shorts, and do the SEO for that. Answering emails, I recorded more videos that ultimately ended up going up after that week, but every time I record, I usually spend at least an hour recording. By the end of the week, I had done another maybe like 4 hours, so in total, I have 20 hours for the week, which is essentially a part-time job. Now, let's look at my analytics. Okay, so here is my analytics page. Currently, this vlog originally started for the week of June 1st to June 7th, okay? So let's look at the total revenue for things that were posted that week. So, as you can see, I had the book club reviews, which I'd mentioned before, shorts. It tells you the amount of things that I've posted. There were multiple shorts and things and videos by the end of the week. June 1st, 60 cents. June 2nd, 34 cents. June 3rd, 28 cents. June 4th, 37 cents. June 5th, 45 cents. June 6th, 26 cents. June 7th, 21 cents. With the way that things are currently trending, in the past 90 days, I have made $44, and taxes still need to be taken out of that. Also, I am not able to cash out the money until I hit the $100 Google AdSense threshold. So I am not able to access this money whenever I want. Once it hits $100, I am able to receive that as compensation, but I also still have to pay taxes on it. So there's that. How long it takes me to get there does vary. Sometimes I have slower months and sometimes I have quicker months. So this is actually a quicker month comparatively. So that is behind the scenes of a monetized booktuber. Let me know in the comments if this was helpful to you. If this is something that you've been wanting to see, let me know. I hope that this was insightful for anybody, somebody. If you made it this far, drop a taco emoji. I post videos whenever I feel like it. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Mr. Wonka worked the factory. In your wildest